In movies, the camera is not just a recording tool. Its movement will directly affect how the audience feels the story, understands space, and enters the character's emotional world. A slow-moving shot allows the audience to gradually approach the character's hurt. A long-distance moving shot can show the complete spatial relationship without interrupting the narrative. A shot from a high angle and slow descending often make characters appear more significant and lonely. These different visual effects are not simple accomplishment by photographers' operation. They all rely on specific shooting equipment. The structure and the movement of different devices determine what kind of scheduling the lens can achieve. Next, I want to come by several common photography equipment used on set to analyze how they use their respective motion characteristics participate in the film narratives. First is the camera roll. A roll is a relatively compact linear motion device with a length usually between 1 and 2 meters. It is especially suitable for use in rooms, corridors, and other indoor spaces. When shooting, the photographer will install the camera on the roll and then manually push the camera to move forward smoothly. The most common use of the roll is to push the lens, which means the camera moves closer to the character or object. As the lens moves forward, the psychological distance between the audience and the characters is also shortening. Attention will focus on the facial expression of characters. Therefore, this kind of shot is often used to show tensions and operations, or when the character's emotions are about to erupt. If a longer distance is required, a film track car is usually used. Compared with sliding rails, the moving distance has a longer moving distance. It can be used in the hills, streets, or squares, and the other large spaces. During shooting, the staff will lay tracks on the ground first. The photographer sits on the track car to control the camera, and other staff push the track car forward. The most representative application of the track car is a long shot. The camera moves along the track, and the audience line of sight is also advancing. Such shoots can fully show the environment and the character's route. Let the audience in the movement gradually understand the relationship between characters and space. Many movies have immersed one-shot scenes, or the smooth transition between scenes are rely on this shooting method. Sliding rails and track cars mainly serve the movement in the horizontal direction. Photography cranes break the limitation of plane. It uses the front camera and the rear counterweight. It allows the camera in space to complete the lifting and swinging to obtain more flexible perspective changes. In scenes like corridors, a camera crane is often used to complete slow swings. The camera moves along the corridor while slightly changing the height and angle. It shows the depth of the corridor, but also makes the space itself unstable. The audience will feel that the character is walking towards some unknown space. So this kind of shot is especially suitable for suspense, thriller, or psychological scenes. In large outdoor locations, outdoor large crane will be used. These devices are very larger in size with long arms. Some can even be directly mounted on and operated by the photographer. It is usually used in squares, buildings, and other things that require a ground space. The most classic shoot method of this equipment is to start with a high-angle shot from above and then slowly descend to the vicinity of the character. This movement not only establishes a ground space background and highlights the significance of characters. Therefore, it's often used in the opening of a movie or important scenes. Let the audience visually feel the grandeur of the space and the character's situation. Of course, not all shots need to rely on expensive professional equipment. Sometimes a simple step ladder can also produce effective visual expression. The photographer stands on the ladder and shoots the camera downward from above to get the effect of high-angle shooting. This perspective makes the characters appear smaller and create a sense of being observed and examined. The audience seems to be standing at a higher position, so it's easy to feel the isolation, vulnerability, and the psychological stress. Camera movement is not only about changing the position of the camera, but also about guiding the audience on how to view the story and how to feel the emotions. Different movement equipment brings different view experience. A dolly allows the camera to slow approach the character. A track vehicle leads the audience through the scene. A crane provides a wide, more dramatic change in perspective. Therefore, camera movement is not just a technical operation, but also a form of visual narrative language. Only by understanding the technical, characteristic, and narrative function of different equipment can one choose the appropriate camera movement.